Hi, beautiful people. Welcome to another episode of the Influence Podcast powered by iKasi Creatives, where South Africans creatives shine. I'm your host, Bongeka.
And I'm Jude. Welcome back, everybody.
So you've seen our guest from the Kids Imaging Filmmakers program from SA Film Academy, and of course our very own iKasi training. And you'll hear more from her. Welcome, Lerato.
Hello everybody.
Welcome,
Thank you for having me here.
Okay, so Lerato, before we dive into your journey, we're just gonna have some game, like a quick fire, but it's gonna be based on our experience or your experience as a filmmaker. So you must only answer one with the first thing that comes into your mind. Okay. No thinking. All right.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. The first one is documentary or fiction.
Documentary.
Favorite day of the shoot? Favorite time?
During the day, so afternoon.
Your favorite things to drink, coffee or energy drink?
None of the above. But
Real?
I'll say none of the above.
So what do you like keep your energy level going? If you don't drink coffee or energy drink, just water?
Water and people. So
Water and people?
yeah, like getting the energy of the person next to me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I hear you. So if you wish you have worked in your favorite or whatsoever film, which film you wish you have worked on?
Sure, there's a couple, but like the one that's coming out now, Stranger Things, that one would be very, very interesting. Yeah. Stranger Things and One Piece. One Piece I really want.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, there's still room for that. They're still gonna do more. Okay, the last one is okay, it's not the don't mention the thing that you mentioned earlier when I asked this question that we were speaking about it. But what's the most chaotic thing that you've experienced on a student set?
On a student set,
Yes.
sure. I would say having a lot of people or having very little people for the actual making of the film. So maybe having one person having 3 roles or having too many people on set. So yeah.
Does that happen often on student set, especially?
Recently, yeah.
Because that was the game. Awesome.
That was just...
I mean, if we continue like that, just spitfire, I'll be happy.
You think that's okay?
Okay, Lerato, let's take it back to the beginning. What was the beginning of your journey like, and what made you really decide that film was something that you wanted to do as a professional career?
So, like during high school and after high school, I was not really sure what I wanted to do. I was an A plus student, so my parents were like, no, you have to do, my teachers, parents, friends, you have to do accounting, you have to do engineering. But after matrica, like, I'm so tired of physics and maths. And I took a gap year. I was like, I need to find something else that's going to make me happy, that when I'm done with it, I'm going to feel whole, like I did something that I'm really proud of. And through that journey, I came across organizations. I did some coding, and after a while I was like, you know what, let me just sit down and like think. And I think just one day I just woke up and I'm like, you know what, maybe film. Maybe film, but I don't think there was like one specific moment that I was like, I went on set and this was it, this is what I wanted to do. I think it's just the past experiences that I have had, being on set, meeting people, going on trainings with Wongi. So like learning that she's an extra on other sets, and the continuation of that, I think that's what keeps me going into the film industry. And I'm like, every time I'm on set and I feel like, you know, I'm very happy, and at the same time I'm learning so much. That's when I'm like, okay, this is why I'm here, and this is why I'm gonna stick around. Yeah.
Did you have a time where you were like not really sure if you want to be in film? Like that one moment, it was maybe your hobby, and then you thought, okay, I just want this to be a career. Did you have that moment?
Yes. As I said, I've been part of non-profits that have offered filmmaking, but not like extra filmmaking, that I'm learning how to take videos, how to take photographs, how that is actually different roles. Like in high school, during high school, there's an organization called Lalela. They have offices in Hout Bay, so they offered like photography training or lessons. As much as they more focused on drawing and painting, they had an extra curriculum for photography. And then there was also an organization called Learn to Teach. I can't really remember the name, but that one was more, they were making a documentary, so I was part of that as well. And then after that, smartphone training with iKasi, and then I decided, you know what, actually this is this is something that I want to do. And going to SA Film Academy and having Cindy offer me that opportunity, even though she said maybe my CV wasn't correct. That's why I wasn't actually supposed to go there, because there was interviews. But I was like, you know what, I want to do, because they also offer driving lessons. So I was there like, maybe she has a lot of emails, you know, let me just go in person and see if they have a slot for me in the driving lessons. And then all of a sudden that turned into an interview, and from there she was like, you know what, actually you should come to our training. And also it was also because of the Lalela Shakespeare that I was in. She saw a hoodie. So that's kind of my CV basically. Everything I do on set, I make a hoodie. I write there Lalela Shakespeare, Romeo and Juliet and stuff like that.
Oh wow,
yeah.
why did you bring that hoodie?
I was just wearing the hoodie on the day, and she saw like, oh, you're a stage manager, and I'm like, yeah. And there was I had recently printed Romeo and Juliet at the back, and then I explained, no, I was volunteering for Lalela Shakespeare, and we recently had our festival at the Star Theatre, and that was fun. So then I explained the role that I was playing, and she was like, you know what, I like your work ethic, I like how you dedicated and you put yourself out there, so then let me give you this opportunity. Yeah.
So I hear you've done like a lot of things, but basically iKasi and SA Film Academy took it to another level.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
okay.
yes.
Now, since you have trained at iKasi Creative, I want to ask you a question. Do you have skills or a skill that you still use it till this day in your career?
Yeah, I'd say so very much. Because as much as I think we went for like cell phone or mobile filmmaking, we also learned a lot about how to use your phone for podcasting, how to use your phone for like script writing. So as much as I've realized, actually, I don't like mobile filmmaking. Like that's not my thing. I use my mobile phone to go on Canva. Like if I'm going to a meeting, I need to write notes, I just go on Word. So I use that those skills that I decided there was this period like for a few weeks. I was like, you know what, my laptop is very heavy. So I'm just gonna take my phone to a meeting, and then I'm gonna write my notes there. I'm gonna create documents from my mobile phone. And also the passion for doing things in the community, filmmaking in the community, telling community stories, and upskilling young people in the community. Yeah.
Okay, good. I'm glad that you took something from iKasi, because most of us did.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Do you feel like the community was the thing that really pushed you through of iKasi, or like a little bit of both that and the technical skills that you learned?
I think a little bit of both. because I met a lot of ladies that were like, okay, wow. And I saw that they were coming from different backgrounds. And when I say backgrounds, I don't only mean from different communities or places, but also things that they're doing within the industry, things that I've thought of that I wanted to do. And now I know someone that is actually doing it. And then the technical skills, like the one that I really enjoyed, but we didn't really go into much, was emotional intelligence and the podcast, yeah.
How do you see iKasi's mission showing up in your work today?
My work. So, as I mentioned earlier, like having to have a passion for uplifting the community. So I think now, not only working or volunteering for nonprofits during the holidays or working with nonprofits throughout the year, but also like in my mind, I've created a future of telling African stories that comes from the community. Yeah.
And the lived
That's great.
experience.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
That's really lovely.
It's very valuable.
Yeah.
So, Lerato, you've been part of so many programs and so many different projects, but what is one role or department that's really stood out for you where you like know it's your place?
So for me, I would say sometimes I have like a dominant personality whereby I would like to be, how can I put this? I'd like to be in control of what I'm doing, but also at the same time giving back. Like for example, if I'm on set, I'd rather go into the production side of it where I know I'm dealing with paperwork more than people. But at the same time, I'd like to go on set and help where needed, but mostly having to be in my own space. And then with nonprofits, I'm most likely to be not behind I'd say doing paperwork. It's the same thing as I was doing in production, but just being with the kids, being around the kids, assisting the kids, teaching, learning and teaching the kids. So yeah, that's it, yeah.
So do you feel like that role really sets your personality? Like show your personality?
I think so, yes, because for like professional work, you know, I tend to learn how to be like this person that is in control, be this person that knows what they're doing, but also learning about what is happening in that space. But with nonprofits, like volunteering to have a holiday program, then I'm with the kids. So suddenly now I also become a kid. I also run around like crazy, and I think having both those things in my life create a balance whereby I'm now in the adult world, I'm working, and then once I go back and volunteer, I'm now a child. I can just be a rascal whenever. Yeah.
That's really sweet. As you said today, the release of Bird Boy.
Yeah.
What was your project, your role in that project, and yeah, what did you do there? Tell us about it.
So I was a production trainee. I did a lot of paperwork, as I mentioned, in production, in film industry. Actually, I've realized that coming from shooting a documentary, editing a documentary, I just want to do paperwork. I don't want to do sound, I don't want to do lighting. I just want to do paperwork. I like being that person whereby I'm invited or I'm hosting business meetings. I'm dealing with finances. I'm dealing with making big moves. So I was in the production office. I was training and learning about the different roles, because I've been told or advised that, you know, when you go into the film industry, try and be a PA so that you can learn a lot more. But then I went in as a production trainee, so I was working with paperwork. I was working with all kinds of budgets, not budgets really, but like.
Was it challenging?
Recons, challenging. Not really, not that much. I think because there was not a lot for me to do, and it was like a shared position. It was not challenging, but I find that for me the challenge was knowing how to be around other people, knowing how to act, especially with then we having actors on set. For me, I've only seen actors on TV, on TikTok, on social media. Now seeing a real live actor, and the famous one at it, and I'm like, what must I say? How must I act with you? And the other thing was because I feel like because I was sitting a lot, not moving around, and when you in the on set, like the food there is a lot and it's delicious. So I took some pictures and I posted on WhatsApp, and my friend were like, "Are you pregnant?" And I'm like, I was wondering, am I that
So the fact that you were maybe eating a lot, or
and you didn't realize.
I didn't realize
because
I was in a happy place. When I'm on set, I'm in a happy place, especially if the energy is positive. So I'm in a happy place. So I always get big when I'm in that position or that sort of environment. So my friends are like, "Are you pregnant?" I'm like, "How? Did the ostrich maybe pregnant?"
I would block. Remove. Goodbye.
So that was one of the craziest moments. I like,
fair,
after all this heat, after trying to find some sleep in between, I look pregnant.
Okay, so the work you have done, which goes into leadership, filmmaking, communications, and all of that, what is it that you have learned as a professional filmmaker?
As a professional filmmaker.
In media space, yeah.
That's a tough one.
Maybe I'll say like weaknesses and strength.
My weaknesses and strengths.
What you have learned about yourself.
Yeah, so I've learned that Lerato loves Lerato is a very curious person. She loves learning about everything basically, and you have to go deeper. Once she finds interest in that thing, you have to go deeper. So ask you questions, a lot of questions. So I think that's my strength about finding opportunities, meeting people, and once I feel comfortable around them and they feel comfortable around me, we get to learn a lot about each other, and we get to grow together within the industry and just the world as a whole. My weaknesses say similar to this one, because sometimes I see this person and this person looks a bit scary, or I can't really read how their personality is. So then I'm like, I don't know how to be around you, what to say. Can I even say hello? So I think that's my greatest weakness, and not my greatest weakness. My greatest weakness, I think, is having someone else tell me what to do, in a way that if I was an editor, now I have this vision and then somebody else has their own vision. Yeah. I'm like, please can we keep this I'm really in love with the story, but because I understand it's a team story, so now I have to so and maybe I think that's my greatest challenge. Sometimes, as much as I like taking advice, being told what to do and being I don't really remember the name now, but yeah, being told what to do, that's my biggest challenge.
I think I know it's kind of sucks, because as an editor you have to listen to your director, and sometimes you don't see the vision of your director, but you still have to listen to the director.
And sometimes you try very hard, you close your eyes, you're can I find your vision? And still
I can't even find it inside my brain.
Nothing. You're just looking at the footage and you're I don't know what I'm doing. Because sometimes with me, I found that with editing or with actually everything that I do, for it to be really beautiful, I have to have a passion for it. I have to be in love with the story. So now I'm not in love with this person's story, and I'm like, I don't know what's happening.
It's the randomest
I'm just putting cuts everywhere. So that's my greatest weakness. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what is next for you? I know you're studying still, but in terms of like creative work you want to do, is there anything that's on the horizon?
So for me, because I'm studying, I haven't really looked into it that far, but at the same time I have, because I'm looking into, again, as I said, telling African stories. So either traveling around Africa, and just talking with people, going to communities. Like recently, I spoke with my friend. I was like, this year December we have to go to Malawi, my brother, and then things didn't work out, and now he's in Malawi and I'm here, and I'm like, brother, like if this worked out very early, I wouldn't have used the money, but yeah. Because now he's there and I'm here,
So Malawi was next for you.
Yes. And then for there was not really more focused on or going for filmmaking specifically, but just being in that environment and learning how people are that side. Because as much as we have Malawians in South Africa, like we don't really know the roots. I like going into the roots of things or the roots of people and understanding such. And then my biggest wish right now or plan is to have a film production company. Yeah. That's what I'm looking into. So now I'm just doing student films. I'm also looking into, I don't know which role yet, maybe executive producer for the 48-hour film competition, which now has become like something that I always look forward to, and it's fun at the same time, stressful. But I always come out with a new idea or like a new network of people. So that's what I'm also looking forward to. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So for now, is there any dream collaborations, maybe local or international?
Local, I have like the 48-hour film. I have looked at the team, but at the same time, I felt like I'm giving this person way too much work to do. Like this other guy in my community called Bless I. He's a videographer, filmmaker. So I thought if I'd collaborate with him on the 48-hour film, that would be great. And then I have like three actors from the Lalila Shakespeare festival that I volunteered for, that are still teenagers. Two have gone out of, they've matriculated, and then one of them is still studying. But the thing is, with Blessed I wanted him to be the cinematographer, but at the same time edit. So that's a lot of work to do within 48 hours. So I'm still thinking about my team. Yeah, still thinking.
Before we wrap, if your life was a movie, what would the title be? What's your biopic's name?
Lerato.
Okay.
I'd say Lerato.
Why?
Yeah. Because like I follow my name, the meaning of my name or the translation of my name, love. And from what I've seen, from what I've heard, love is a roller coaster. So life has been up and down. It has had its joyful moments, its terrible moments, and like, what is happening? But yeah, I think also having it to be like a Sotho name, so it's not love like in English. So it has that cultural background that meets, or because I've been doing Sotho this year, and I've met a lot of people from Lesotho, and seen how kind they are, how open they are about their culture, and how different they are from what we see in media, or what we hear from other people within our environment. So that's why plus I love my name, so
That's good.
that's why, yeah.
And you, Jude?
The boy who tried.
That sounds like a horror, low-key. Like,
Horror. It's kind of sound like
Scary.
Not really scary, but
concerning.
yeah, and kind of depressing.
I was gonna say, if you say depressing.
Depressing.
If you say depressing.
Maybe it can be a comedy. We don't know.
Yeah,
It will
you never
probably
know.
be.
Not dark comedy, not dark humor, please.
It could be dark humor.
Dark humor, yeah.
Yeah.
Because we will laugh, but still feel like, oh my god. So for me, I would say dreamer. Not that, yeah, okay. Firstly, it's because I'm not living in my dreams, but I am dreaming to be somewhere else. I'm in a process of, I don't want to be in this position. I'm dreaming, or I want to be in that position. And I feel like I'm currently in a position of trying.
It's like transitioning there. Like you're in the middle.
Yeah, I want to be somewhere else, and I'm trying currently. Yeah,
I think you'll get there.
yeah, definitely.
Closer
Because
than
that's what I think some people said when I said I'm doing filmmaking. I'm not going to go to university and be an engineer and accountant. And now I'm very happy. I'm going on sets. I'm meeting people. So I think dreaming is like a vehicle. You just started and then you drive. You don't even know where you're going, but you're going to get there.
You'll see at the end, but obviously it's gonna be happy ending. And I think the fact that I'm coming from family or area where they don't really believe in filmmaking.
Yeah.
No, these are for white people. Or are you gonna get money? We want you to be this and this and that. I feel like it's the reason that I studied agriculture, because my family will be like, okay, this one is going to be a doctor, a nurse, you're going to be a farmer. I didn't want that. So now I feel like I want this dream to be a success, because I want them to also see why did I want to do this. Of course, I'm not doing it for them, but still.
And I've seen the shows you've been in, eh? You're extra.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like you're underrating yourself, but okay.
I wouldn't say, maybe I feel like I am eager to get there already. I want to be there, up there. Yeah. Okay. So, Lerato, thank you so much for coming and talking about your journey, taking us through your journey and your life. Thank you so much. This is really these kind of stories that iKasi Creative want to uplift. So it was really great having you and speaking about everything that you've done.
Thank you guys for having me. Eh?
Yeah, we're excited to hear more about your journey and to see what you do next. And to our viewers, thank you for watching and tuning in to this episode. Please make sure to like, subscribe, follow, and tap in for the next episode that will come up soon. But bye for now. Thank you.
Yeah, see you on the next episode. Thank you so much.